Hey, welcome back. Let me ask you something that might hit harder than you expect. You've been working, you've been grinding, you've been showing up every single day, and yet nothing is moving. Nothing is shifting. You're doing everything right, and still the results aren't there. Still the respect isn't there. Still the version of yourself you're fighting to become feels just out of reach. Why? Why does it feel like the harder you try, the more stuck you stay? Here's the truth most men never hear. You are not stuck because you are not working hard enough. You are stuck because you are still chasing. Chasing outcomes, chasing approval, chasing a version of success that was never truly yours. And chasing, no matter how disciplined it looks from the outside, is still desperation wearing a different mask. The warriors of ancient times understood something we have forgotten. Strength is not built by pursuing, it is built by becoming. There is a difference, and today that difference is going to change the way you move. This is not about motivation. Motivation fades. This is about building a mindset so deep, so solid, so unshakable, that no obstacle, no rejection, no setback can slow you down. Listen carefully. From this moment forward, you stop chasing, you start becoming. Before we go further, drop this affirmation in the comments right now. I am not chasing a life, I am building one. Stop right now. Ask yourself honestly, how much of your energy is spent trying to prove something to someone? Proving to a boss who doesn't notice? Proving to people who left? Proving to a world that is not watching as closely as you think? That energy is being drained every single day, and it is building nothing. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." That means the only moment that counts is this one, not the opinion of someone from your past, not the validation you're waiting for, not the recognition that hasn't come yet. When you chase proof, you hand your power to others. When you choose progress, you take it back. From today, you do not prove. You build, you execute. You rise silently, consistently, without an audience. Let your life become the evidence. Here is a hard truth. The need for approval is the most effective cage ever built, and most men walk into it willingly. You adjust your goals because of what others might think. You shrink your ambitions to avoid judgment. You ask for permission to want what you want. And every time you do, you weaken your own authority over your life. Epictetus said, "Never depend on the admiration of others, there is no strength in it." Read that again, no strength, zero. Because a man who needs applause to keep moving will stop the moment the applause stops. Decide your direction. Own it completely. Move toward it without explanation. The right people will respect you for it. The wrong people will fall away. Both outcomes serve you. Drop this in the comments. I need no permission to become who I was built to be. Discipline is not what you do when you feel ready. Discipline is what you do when you do not feel ready at all. When you are tired, when you are discouraged, when the progress is invisible and the effort is very real. Most men confuse discipline with motivation. They wait to feel inspired before they act. But a warrior does not wait for inspiration. He builds the habit, holds the standard, and trusts the process to do what feelings cannot. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." The hardest part of the work is rarely the work itself. It is the resistance before it, the mental negotiation, the moment you almost convince yourself to skip it. Win that moment every single day. That is where character is forged. That is where warriors are made. Make your discipline so consistent that people cannot tell the difference between your good days and your hard ones. Your focus is the most valuable resource you own. More than your money, more than your time. Because where focus goes, everything else follows, and right now, something is stealing it. Social media that rewards reaction over reflection. Comparisons that poison ambition. Noise that disguises itself as information. Every minute spent consuming what others are building is a minute taken from building your own. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That power begins with what you choose to pay attention to. Choose your inputs deliberately. Protect your mental environment the same way you protect your physical one. Silence the noise. Narrow your focus. Go deep on what matters. The man who can hold his concentration longer than everyone else will always outbuild everyone else. Stop wanting things to be easier. Start wanting yourself to be stronger. Every man who has ever built something real has built it against resistance, against doubt, against circumstances that gave him every reason to stop. The difficulty was not the obstacle to his greatness. It was the material his greatness was made from. Epictetus said, "Seek not that the things which happen should happen as you wish. Wish the things which happen to be as they are, and you will have a tranquil flow of life." This is not surrender, this is strategy. When you stop fighting reality and start working with it, your energy stops leaking and starts compounding. The hard season you are in right now is not punishment. It is preparation. Do not run from it. Mine it. And every difficulty carries the exact lesson your next level requires. Drop this in the comments. Hard times are building me. I will not waste this. Silence is not weakness. Silence is the language of serious work. When you announce your goals before you achieve them, you release pressure. Your brain receives a small reward from the announcement itself, and suddenly the urgency to actually execute decreases. You feel like you've already moved because you talked about moving. The warrior does not perform his work, he does his work. Quietly, consistently. Without an audience, Seneca wrote, "Retire into yourself as much as possible. Build in private. Train in silence. Rise without commentary. And when the results arrive, and they will arrive, they will speak louder than anything you could have said. Stop announcing. Start executing. Let the work do all the talking." You will never build a warrior's life surrounded by people who think like victims. Growth requires distance from the people who are comfortable staying small. Not because you are better than them, because your energy is finite, and it takes the shape of whatever you pour it into. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are." Look at your inner circle with clear eyes. Who challenges you? Who drains you? Who adds to your vision, and who quietly mocks it? Set the standard for the company you keep. Invest deeply in those who sharpen you. Withdraw gently but firmly from those who don't. Your environment is either building you or eroding you. It is never neutral. This is the point where most men stop. Not because it is too hard, because it is too honest. Where you are right now is the result of decisions you made, not entirely, not perfectly, but significantly. And the moment you fully accept that truth, the moment you stop looking for the external reason, the unfair circumstance, the person who held you back, that is the moment your power returns. Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." Ownership is not about blame, it is about authorship. You become the author of your story the second you stop waiting for someone else to write a better chapter. Own your mornings. Own your habits. Own your setbacks. Own your response to every single thing life sends your way. That ownership is where the warrior mindset lives. Drop this in the comments. I own my life completely. No excuses, no waiting. A man without purpose is a man without direction, and a man without direction will chase anything that moves. Purpose is what separates discipline from obsession, effort from meaning, a busy life from a powerful one. It is the reason you rise when you do not want to, the thing that makes difficulty feel worth it, the standard against which every decision becomes obvious. Marcus Aurelius asked himself every morning what mattered most, what was truly worth his attention, his energy, his finite time on this earth. He called this his ruling reason, his anchor, his north. You need one too. Not a vague wish, a specific, serious commitment to something larger than comfort. Build it, or let your days be pulled in every direction by things that were never truly yours. A man with purpose does not chase, he advances steadily, powerfully, without hesitation. Here is where it all comes together. Everything you have heard in this video, the discipline, the silence, the ownership, the purpose, it all points toward one thing. Not the achievement, not the outcome, not the result. The man. Most men chase the goal and neglect the growth. They want the outcome without the transformation that earns it. But the universe does not work that way. The life you want is not a destination you reach. It is a reflection of who you become. Seneca wrote, "While we delay, life passes. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for the right conditions. Stop waiting to be chosen. Choose yourself. Become the man who deserves the life, and the life will follow." The warrior mindset is not an attitude. It is an identity. It is what you choose to be every morning in every decision, against every obstacle, without applause, without guarantees, without stopping. That is the work, and you are ready for it. Drop this in the comments. I am becoming every day without stopping. Now stop. And picture this clearly. A man who does not beg for opportunity, he creates it. A man who does not chase respect, he commands it. A man who does not need the world's approval because he is already approved of himself. That man is not a fantasy. That man is what you become the moment you stop chasing and start building. Every boundary you hold, every emotion you master, every morning you rise with intention instead of anxiety, that is the warrior mindset taking root. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Every setback, every rejection, every moment of silence where you expected recognition, that was not the world failing you. That was the forge. And you are still standing in it. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are simply in the process of becoming someone the world has not yet seen. So stand taller, speak less, build more. Let your results be so undeniable that no one needs to be told. You are not chasing anything anymore. You are becoming everything. And before you go, if this video spoke to something real inside you, hit that subscribe button right now. Every week, we drop new content built around one goal: helping men like you think sharper, move stronger, and build a life worth living. Share this video with one man in your life who needs to hear it. Not because it's a nice thing to do, because that one share might be the turning point someone else has been waiting for. And in the comments below, tell me, what is the one thing you are committing to stop chasing starting today? Write it down, make it real. I'll see you in the next one. I am the warrior. I am the work. I am becoming.